What's up guys, David here, and we already did a speed test between the Galaxy Note 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. And while that test answered some of our questions, it did leave us with others, like how does the Note 8 compete with the OnePlus 5, which is the current PhoneBuff style speed test champ? Or how does it compete with the Galaxy S8, which outside of the RAM difference has pretty much the same specs, or at least the ones that affect performance. So today we're gonna be doing a three-way speed test to help answer those questions. But before we get into it, I wanna thank Storyblocks for sponsoring today's episode. So Storyblocks has the largest unlimited download library of graphics, photos, vectors, and images on the internet with over 400,000 plus to choose from. Now, most websites charge you per graphic, with it costing anywhere up to $30 per image. So as you can imagine, things can get really expensive really quickly when you're designing a website, you're running a blog or a YouTube channel, or making art projects that you might want to sell. But with Storyblocks, you get unlimited downloads for just one small annual fee. I've been using Storyblocks to help me make my videos better for years now, so it's definitely something I recommend checking out. And the best part is they're actually giving the PhoneBuff audience a free 7-day trial to this unlimited membership. So go to storyblocks.com/YouTube or click on that link down below in the description to start downloading and get started today. All right, let's get to the speed test. Okay, so you guys know the drill. We'll kick things off by starting the stopwatches on each phone and then jump right into the first row of system apps, where the Note 8 gets the step over the OnePlus 5, with the Galaxy S8 falling immediately behind. As the S8 Plus joins the other two in the second row, the OnePlus 5 is able to close that gap between it and the Note 8 in Snapchat, with all three phones now working on Photoshop Mix. So with the Note 8 and OnePlus 5 now neck and neck, it'll be interesting to see if either one of them can create some separation here in Lapsit. And from the looks of it, the Note 8 finishes Lapsit at a slightly faster rate, putting it ahead once again here in the speed test. But we still have plenty of apps left to go in this first lap, so this is still anybody's race, with the Note 8 finishing Subway Surfers at a faster rate, allowing it to increase its lead over the OnePlus 5, if only by a half step, as all three phones work on loading flip diving, where the Note 8 once again finishes first, with its sights set on dethroning the OnePlus 5 as the PhoneBuff style speed test champ. Of course, that task is easier said than done, with the OnePlus 5 flexing its higher clock processor, wiping out any advantage the Note 8 had as both phones move on to Bullet Force, with the S8 Plus finally joining them, where while it has fallen a bit behind, it's still not technically out of the running. Alright, so the Note 8 and the OnePlus 5 move on to the last row, where the OnePlus 5 actually takes the lead, blazing through Spotify and just bursting through ESPN. So a late lead change here in the first lap. Let's see if the Note 8 can recover. And no, it loads Netflix up at a slower rate, allowing the OnePlus 5 to finish lap 1 first with a time of 1 minute and 24 seconds, with the Note 8 coming in a full 7 seconds later with a time of 1 minute and 30. Okay, so both the Note 8 and the OnePlus 5 are expected to keep all of the apps open, with the Note 8 having a whopping 6GB of RAM, while the OnePlus 5 has an almost ridiculous 8GB of RAM. And so far, both phones haven't had any trouble at all, with the OnePlus 5 running away with it thanks to its faster animations and more responsive home button, finishing the test with a time of 1 minute and 48 seconds, with the Galaxy Note 8 having only just a few more apps left to go. But I think the more interesting story here is how the Note 8 beat the Galaxy S8 Plus in the first lap, because outside of the RAM difference, which is clearly being demonstrated here with the S8 Plus failing to keep Subway Surfers open, the Note 8 and S8 Plus have basically identical processors and storage. So the difference between them is most likely due to the Note 8's more updated software. So it'll be interesting to see if the S8 Plus gets any faster once Samsung updates it. But for now, the results are what they are, with the winner and still PhoneBuff style speed test champ being the OnePlus 5. Okay, so here are the individual app load times from the first lap, where you can see exactly where the OnePlus 5 was able to beat out the Note 8, most likely thanks to its higher clocked processor. Anyways, that is it for me in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the very next episode.